In a place that felt as if it could be nothing short of a hell, there existed an intense conversation between two central figures, Kiri and Burin. Kiri, in a tone of utmost respect, addressed Burin with the title Your Highness, acknowledging his authority. Burin, in turn, responded with a definitive affirmation to Kiri's previous statements. Kiri, bearing the weight of her own limitations, conveyed her earnest wish to find a way to repay Burin. Her words reflected a sense of powerlessness, as though her capabilities were insufficient for the task at hand. Burin, sensing Kiri's despair, implored her with heartfelt urgency to regain her strength and determination. He urged her to once again take up her sword, but Kiri died no. Kiri, Kairos, the nation set up by dragons and humans. Kairos asked for the treasure that my homeland, Sakrisha, had, the axis of time, and we rejected their proposal. And that was the beginning of my homeland's last war. Burin Sakrisha, king of Sakrisha, some people said there's only one person left, for the glory of Kairos. I know it's already too late. I can feel that I am nearing my death. But I can't let something like this stop my footsteps. I am the blade of Sakrisha, Kairos magician Kor Valkan, and the person who started all of this, Kairos crazy king, Planche. They made my motherland into hell. Nice to meet you. I am the commander of Valkan, Arkan. She said, what is your name? He said, I've forgotten it all. I am just a blade that serves the king. Arkan with a smile said, I will remember you, king of Sakrisha. Arkan used her spell that hit Burin. Burin said in that moment, I saw it. My entree life, the fall of my motherland, which I loved, and the moment all light disappeared. I hear a voice, you need to wake up now, Prince. Did you have sweet dreams? Okay, you need to hurry, Prince. Prince Planche has already left. He said, what? Planche? My arm was cut off. Servant said, pardon, Your Highness? Why would you say such a horrible thing? Maid said his perfectly fine arm was cut off. Did he have a nightmare? Servant said, Your Highness, are you okay? He thought to himself, the name belonged to the man I hate to the bone. My arm that has reappeared, attendants I've never seen before, and memories that are not mine, are filling up my brain. He said, Yan, who am I? Yen said, what? Your Kalayan Rain Kairos. He thought this, the third prince of Kairos. This is a very horrific nightmare. Kairos, those people, what happened? Prince said, hey, what is the date today? Yen said, huh? The date? It's 28th of April. Prince said, which year is it? Yen said, it's the year 522. Prince, is something wrong? Prince thought, no way, it's a decade before the last war. The war started from their axis of time, and their axis of time just once, a strange object that possessed the power to turn back time suddenly appeared in the royal palace of Sakrisha. Word spread quickly and the continent's ruler, Kairos, began to covet their axis of time as well. What do you mean? Kairos demanded for the axis of time to be handed over to him. What utter nonsense. Kairos may be a great force, but their axis of time clearly belongs to us. We cannot hand over such a dangerous object to an enemy nation. At any cost. We rejected Kairos's request at once, and they went to war with us as if they had been waiting for it. Burin, do not. Everyone who went to war is dead. I can't lose the rest of you. That day, Chase Hyong must have witnessed my death. Noah, Burin, if only I could go back to a time before that horrible object appeared. Prince thought, wait, no way. Yen said, Prince, where are you going? Prince thought to himself, by any chance, what if Chase Hyong used the axis of time to turn back time? What if he gave me one last chance to prevent the end of my motherland? Sakrisha? Yen said, Prince, I understand that it must be hard for you to participate in the breakfast gathering, but we cannot delay it any longer. Prince said, okay, I am sorry for making you wait. I will get ready now. If it's for the sake of making the best of this opportunity, I will make sure to survive as a prince of Kairos. Kalayan, the third prince, shall have their meal now. Yen said, I apologize, Your Highness. I should have hurried a bit more. I didn't expect Prince Randall to be here first. Randall Sale Kairos, first prince. The three princes of Kairos were all half-brothers, and belonged to the bloodline of the holy state of Tinsel. By the king's orders, breakfast was prepared for the three princes every morning. Prince said, I apologize for my tardiness. And he thought, but as per the memories in my mind, he has always treated Kalayan as if he didn't exist. I can't believe he ignored me so blatantly. Feels like shit. Is he the only sibling who isn't here now? Servant, said Planche, the second prince shall have his meal now. Prince thought, what the hell is that? What member of royalty in the world wanders around in that state? Is he really the Mad King, Planche, that I know of? Judging from his attire, I guess they meant mad in a different sense, huh? If I remember correctly, the first prince can't mess with the second prince. Kyrus's present queen is Planche's biological mother, and no one inside the royal palace would dare defy her authority. Sigh, it's frustrating to think about how I will survive in a place like this. Second Prince Planche said, how imprudent. Not a drop of decency in you. After all, you take after your mother. Third Prince Kalayan thought, I must endure. I can't let the chance that Chase Hyung Neem made for me go to waste. But I keep feeling something rising up within me all the way to my throat. Planche rude Kyrus, the man who tore my motherland to pieces. I want to slit that throat right this instant. Of that bastard. The second prince threw the teacup and said, how dare you glare at me like that? The first prince said, it enough. And second prince see the eyes of third prince and said, I am leaving. I do not have an appetite anymore because of those disgusting blood-colored eyes. The first prince said, Kalayan, watch your behavior. Soon enough, it will be His Majesty the King's birthday. Do you intend to create a ruckus so close to such a special day? The third prince and thought, is he saying that this situation is my fault? Not that bastard who just up and left. Yen said, Your Highness, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? Not a day goes by without something happening. Excuse me. The tea splattered on the shoes too. The third prince thought, at least have a loyal servant who takes care of me like his own body. Despite witnessing the lowly treatment I receive every day, he said, Yen, thanks for caring about me. Yen thought normally Prince Kalayan would have just silently cried. But he's smiling. Kyra's first queen, Dragon Sisfanian. She had hair as dark as the night sky and eyes like sacred flames. Kalayan was the only prince to have inherited her exterior traits, but the powers he had were pitiful. Kalayan always tried to hide his red eyes, since Planche hates them. The cause of such obsessive behavior was Prince Planche. Disgusting blood-like eyes. Prince thought, it feels a bit unpleasant because I feel like I was peeking into someone else's memories, but to always hide his eyes because he was scared of someone like Planche. What an idiot. Yen said, what's wrong? Is there something you'd like me to do? Prince said, no, let's go back now. Yen said, Your Highness, you are acting strange today. Did you perhaps read a novel about a knight last night? The prince said no. The third prince was born to a concubine of peasant roots. He was afraid of many things and did not have anyone to support him. He was a weak individual who did not even have the power to protect himself. This is Kalayan's the third prince's current situation right before the coming-of-age ceremony. Wait, Prince said, Yen, how old am I right now? Yen said, you will turn 15 in 4 months, Your Highness. Prince thought Kalayan was assassinated. He tried to poison Queen Celeste and failed, and he hung himself out of fear of punishment, is what the public was told. But no one believed that to be the truth. Someone's gonna come for me soon. Yen said, Your Highness, please slow down. Prince thought, there is about a month or two before Kalayan's death. When I don't know what happened to my original body of Burin, I can't just do nothing and wait. Yen said, if you fall. Prince said, Yen, scissors, please. Yen said, scissors, Your Highness. What do you need scissors for? Prince said, to change things. And thought, if there is a predetermined future, I will just twist it. Yen said, Your Highness, what are you going to do? Prince Planche is going to hate it. Prince said, I can't live like an idiot forever just because he hates things about me. It's K. Don't worry. I will take care of things. Second Prince Planche said, you're out of your mind. Yen thought, that Prince Kalayan, is this what you meant when you said you'll take care of things? Second Prince said, hey bloody eyes. Third Prince said, it's Kalayan. My name is Kalayan, Brother Planche. Second Prince said, why, I should call you that by your name, and throw a knife toward Yan. But third Prince catch the knife but injured his hand. Yen said, Your Highness, your hand, your injury are severe. Second Prince said, oh darn, my hand slipped. My Kalayan's hand is hurt, oh, no. Third Prince stand up, give the knife back to Second Prince and said, I am fine, Brother Planche. With whatever that is. Inside the prince room, Yan said, Your Highness, I think we should call a healer. Prince said no. This is only a small cut. Yen said, but. Prince said, Yan, why didn't you dodge earlier? You knew that attack was headed for you. What would you have done if I hadn't blocked it? You should be able to avoid an attack like that. Yen said, but, if I dodged, he might have used that as an excuse to harm you, Your Highness. Prince said, thanks to that, I bled, and my heart is pounding. I might be able to calm down if I wash my face, so no one come in. Yen said, wait, Your Highness, I will help you. Prince said, I'll do it alone. And don't even think of calling a healer while I'm gone. Yen said, Your Highness, why cannot I call a healer while crying? Prince thought earlier, I was about to subconsciously use aura for planche attack. But I felt a sudden pain in my heart. I should reenact that situation and confirm Kalayan's body's condition. What the? I can feel 3 mana circles in the vicinity of the heart. Kalayan, you were a magician? A few days later, it's already been 3 days. Yen said, and your injuries are still the same. What should we do? Prince said, I said I am fine. Yen said, but still. Taylor said, Your Highness, the preparations are complete. It is nice to meet you. I am the royal tailor name, said in Slake. Prince said, what's wrong? Slake said, I apologize, I didn't mean to, but Freya. Yen said, Slake with a loud voice. Slake said, Your Highness, I am truly sorry. Prince thought, I am tired of this reaction after cutting my hair. Kalayan, who suffered for a long time because he looked similar to the mother he had never met, started to hate looking at his face, to the point of getting rid of all the mirrors in his room. He said, it's fine. I know I look like Freya. Do what you were going to. Slake said, let me take your measurements first. You need to eat more, Your Highness. I am worried because of how small you are. Prince said, I am eating well, and thought, but this would make others worry. Kairos royal family are the descendants of dragons, and to be exact, are the descendants of 2 of the 8 heroes who sealed the evil god, Hashera and Sisfanian. Sisfanian gave the direct line of Varus royalty the power of healing and the ability of magic. Sisfanian's blessing. In other words, Kalayan's injury should have healed a long time ago, yet it hasn't. And every time I use mana, I feel a pain in my heart. This is troubling. At this rate, I won't be able to use aura or magic. At this rate, I will just die when the assassin comes. Slake said, I'll bring the clothes I prepared. Prince thought, is there anyone who is knowledgeable about mana? Slake said, I prepared some clothes that will be perfect for His Highness on the king's birthday. Prince thought of someone. Oh yeah, his birthday. Then he will be here as well. The great magician, Elian Manassel. I need to meet him. Elian Manassel. He is one of only 3 or 4 people who are 7th circle magicians, and the idol of all magicians. In the past, Elian Manassel was invited to the king's birthday and visited Kairos, and the stories of how a certain incident led him to be refused at the door reached the neighboring nation. Sakrisha, Elian Manassel, who couldn't participate in the festivities, was raised to an 8th circle great magician 10 years later as the only magician to do so in the continent, and proved his abilities. There's no one like him when it comes to knowledge of mana. He'll be able to help me with this body's problem. I don't know what that certain incident is, but Kairos doesn't treat magicians well, so I wonder if he'll agree to my request. The reason that countless knights traverse Kairos kingdom is due to the influence of Planche Mother's family, the Brizin family. Even if it's just to keep Brizin's power in check, I need the power of magicians. If I can bring Elian onto my side, I might be able to stop the war that Planche will start. Before that, I should deal with that. Maid said, aren't the ribbons too small? I like the bigger ribbon that's on this sample. Slake said, we should add more lace, right? Prince said, no ribbons or frills. You think I'd be okay with lace? What's with the bells? Just what are you trying to make? I am getting a little used to this life now. My hand has almost completely healed, and Planche has been outwardly ignoring me since, which is better for me. Yen said, in the morning, you have horseback riding lessons, and in the 7th afternoon, you have dinner plans with the Queen and Viscount Brizin. Prince said, with Viscount Brizin? Yen said, yes, I think it's because of the king's birthday plans. Prince thought to himself, well, I would have had to bump into him eventually. Yen said, Your Highness, are you going to train your stamina today as well? Prince said, even if it's stamina training, it's just running in front of the lake beside the palace. Don't worry too much. What could happen? After a few minutes of running, Prince, I'm going to die. Girl said, Your Highness, are you okay? She is Marilyn Fiat, Kalyan's maid, the second daughter of the external defense commander. She said on the first day, 4.5 laps, on the third day, 4 laps, and today, you're only at 3 laps. Prince thought, why, I'm exercising, but my stamina is falling. There's a problem. She said if it's very hard, what do you think about calling the healer? Prince said no, it's okay. If I call a healer, the mana circles will be exposed right away. Even Yan is unaware that Kalyan is a magician. My life could be endangered if I act recklessly. Prince said it's fine. My stamina has fallen, so what use would a healer be? She said but still, your highness. Prince said I'm fine. I'll get better as time passes. Then he heard the voice of person saying don't look away. Read the direction of the blade, get your mind together. She said it seems the knights have already begun training. Commander of Knight Training said don't look away from the blade. Hey, you, if this was the battlefield, you will be dead. Don't hesitate and follow through. Prince thought this reminds me of old times. How nice, she said your highness. This is the training grounds of the Pavel Knight Corps. Prince said yup, I know. I was watching because it was interesting. She said, you, who has no ties to the sword? Prince said I could have gained interest just now. She said your highness. Don't you know what kind of place the Pavel Knight Corps is? Prince said yes, of course. They are the Royal Knight Corps. Well, to be exact, they are the Knight Corps of the Brizin family, which keep the king's power in check. Commander of Pavel Knight, name Pavel, said who are you? If you have no business here, please leave. The knights are bothered by your gazes, and cannot train properly. She said show your respect. This is the third prince, Kalyan. Commander Pavel said is that so? So you're Prince Kalyan. I thought you were some rat bastard who was secretly watching. Prince thought, what the hell is this now? She said you're in front of his highness, the prince. How dare you say something so imprudent? Commander Pavel, I said I almost mistook him, though. Why are you being so sensitive about it? Look, even the prince is not all that. Thought what is this? And recall the memory of past back then, he was a weak-ass, discreet. Prince, what are you doing? Third prince, I am on my way out after being summoned by the queen. Why would you block my way? Prince said sorry. I am get out of the way right now. Commander Pavel though what's up with this newfound spirit of his? Prince said Commander Pavel, let me ask you something. What is your duty? Member of the Pavel Knight Corps said Commander, is something the matter? Huh? Is not that the third prince? What the hell is he doing here? What a nuisance. Commander Pavel thought that's right. He's just the third prince. The third prince that even the knights looked down on, and said as you can see, we're in the middle of training, so I can't answer you. Prince, go continue your task. She said your highness let's go. But Prince said Commander Pavel, I am asking you a question. Tell me what your duty is. Commander Pavel said to strengthen the royal family's forces, and to protect the royal family and the kingdom. Prince said that's right. Strengthen and protect. But you're a failure at both of the dooms you just mentioned. Commander Pavel said with angry face what are you talking about? Prince said first, strengthen the royal family's forces. But if I were to describe what I've observed so far, your training is an utter mess. And Lensha attack by jumping in air to get the necessary strength in his attack. Commander Pavel thought if I fail to block this attack, I am going to die. He used his sword to block the attack and thought with just a mere tree branch. Prince said I can't believe you couldn't predict the movements of someone like me, who hasn't held a sword even once. I'm quite disappointed. Commander Pavel thought what the hell? This resolve? This murderous intent? Prince said and the second one. The protector of the royal family and the kingdom calls a member of the royal family in a derogatory manner, and hurts a prince by wielding a sword against him. Should I consider that treason? Then, Commander Pavel thought, is he really the third prince that I know of? Said I'm sorry, Prince Kalyan, I wasn't thinking clearly. I did not intend to commit treason at all. Please forgive me, kindly, and thought for the fucking worthless third prince. To humiliate me like this? I will never forget this humiliation. Yen said why would someone who said he's definitely here for stamina training come with a horse with him? Prince said I picked it up on my way here. His name is Raven. Yen said wait, where have you been? How did you end up fetching a horse? After all the commotion settled down, Prince said, what's up with that horse? Knight said, Prince Blanche failed to tame that horse. As you can see, he's quite ferocious. The prince said, that horse. Yen said, is it really okay for you to just bring Prince Blanche's horse like this? Prince said, he said anyone could use him. Finders, keepers. Said with low voice to Fiat, keep that incident at the training grounds a secret. Yen said, wait, but if he finds out about this? Prince said, I am telling you that it's fine. If something happens. Yen and Fiat said, Prince, are you okay? Prince thought, as I fell, I pushed this body too much. Yen said, won't stamina training be too much for you today? Prince said, it's nothing like that. I just had a good time playing around with someone after quite a while. Yen said, huh? With who? Prince said, Yen, at this rate, I'll be late for dinner. Get ready quickly. Yen said, yes, I'll hurry up. Prince, what do I do about this horse for now? Prince, he doesn't bite, right? Prince said, I'm not sure about that either. I see. So that's what he said. How interesting. I heard even worms writhe when stepped on. How fitting. Even if someone like him tries to writhe, one can't change their origins. It wouldn't be fun just to press and kill him. So this worked out. Let's watch for now. Third Prince thought, this atmosphere, I can't adjust to it. Even thought I experienced it every day. But why is that bastard so low on energy today? Is the Queen and Viscount Brison being late my fault? He really can't control his expression. He's truly still a child, I guess. This scent, she's finally here. The true power behind this kingdom. Celeste Brison, the second queen, Kyra's current queen, after the previous queen passed away from illness. Celeste, who rose to that position, borrowed the power of her family, Brison, and seized control of the Royal Knight Corps. The majority of the nobles also supported the Brison family. So each day, Celeste's power grew, and the powerless third prince, Kalian, became someone laughable even to a mere commander. Viscount Brison said, then let's deal with Commander Pebble like that. Queen said, yes, let's pay an adequate compensation. Viscount Brison said, yes. Understood. Queen said, and don't report every little thing like this in the future. Really? Must I pay attention to such trivial things? Kalian, you have grown much as of late. Prince thought this reaction, I expected it, and said, well, I didn't grow much. I will be sure to grow more in the future. Viscount Brison said, of course, but whether you've grown much or not, I almost do not recognize you. Now that you are showing your face, it's quite nice to see. You should have cut your hair sooner, and since you're still in a period of growth, you'll surely grow taller. Queen said, brother with the angry face. Viscount Brison said, yes. What? I'm hungry, so hurry and bring out the food. Prince thought, to think the owner of the Brison Emporium is so slow-witted. Sheesh, things are just as the rumors say. How fascinating. Queen said, Blanche, why didn't you tell me? Second Prince, about what? Queen said, about how your horse doesn't follow you. Second Prince, about that. Queen said, it would have been nice if you had told me ahead of time. Second Prince, you were already aware. Queen said, you didn't tell me that it completely left your grasp. Second Prince said, it was a useless horse to begin with. I'll take my leave first. Queen said, Blanche, with the angry face. 3 weeks later, the annual King's birthday celebration. Many people are working for the preparation of King birthday celebration flowers this way. Since it's His Highness birthday celebration, we need to prepare it all without any mistakes. Some person said, wow, look at that. It's the congratulatory delegation sent by the elves. Those are all presents, right? The birthday banquet will surely be fancy. The prince must be busy preparing at this very moment, right? I want to see them soon. I'm so nervous. Taylor said, wait, why? Your Highness, have you been eating? Said Your Highness again with a loud voice while seeing the blood of the prince inside Your Highness while running towards him. Hurry and bring some fabric. Prince said, I am fine. It's not that bad. It's because I haven't slept properly lately. See, it's already stopped. Yen said, that's not the problem. Taylor said, I am sorry to be presumptuous, but that is not all, Your Highness. You have lost more weight. You definitely were not this skinny 3 weeks ago. Prince said, did I really lose that much? Have I been exercising too much lately? Thought to himself, well, I have been working hard, but my stamina kept getting worse. And seeing how the pain when I use mana is still there must be some problem with my heart. Taylor said, this is not something you should speak about so lightly. Your Highness, Have you received a checkup? Prince said it's not that bad. Why would I need a checkup just for a small nosebleed? And thought that damned talk about a healer. Why did I have to get a nosebleed in front of so many people? Taylor said it's not just the nosebleed. Prince said I'm really fine. Haha, thought that I won't be able to pass by this easily. Yen said I knew it. It's because you were picking your nose yesterday. It must have been difficult to tell everyone about such a personal hobby. Prince said wait, what? Maid said so. Prince Kalian has a secret hobby like that. Yen said as I have said before, Prince Kalian is eating and exercising well. The nosebleed must be because of his hobby, so don't worry too much. Taylor said if you say that, Yen, there's no issue. Since you know the prince best than anyone. Prince thought this brat. And thought of the memory when Yen said are you really? You're not looking very well. Prince thought the worse my body condition gets, the more it feels like I'm about to faint, so after explaining I could use magic, and that it was due to a mana issue, he decided to ruin my image like this. Well, it's a relief we got this over with like this, thanks him. Taylor said then, I will mend the clothes like I said. However, the issue is the lack of time. Yen said that won't be an issue. The prince has other things to do, so he has more time until the event. Taylor said oh, what a relief. Then I'll mend the clothes for the event that will take place in the afternoon first. Yen said in a low tone your highness. It's today, is not it? Prince thought that at this rate, the condition of my health will be known throughout the whole palace. So before that, tonight, I need to meet Elian Manassel at all costs. Butler said due to the urgent business his highness has to deal with, the prince luncheon has been cancelled. Instead, we will replace that with meeting everyone one by one. Prince thought that we don't even have time to meet together, but you want us to meet one by one? Isn't it more effective to meet everyone all at once? I didn't expect a private meeting. I am a bit nervous. Butler said come in, Prince. His Highness is waiting. Romain de Rune Kairos, Kairos current king. The prince said I greet His Highness the king, and thought is he ignoring me? Even if I am ignorant of Kairos etiquette, I am well aware that this is rude. King said come sit here. Prince said I congratulate you on your 38th birthday. King said yes, how have you been? You look good. Prince thought of a memory even the passing attendants know how I have rapidly become emancipated. Now I know why he wants to see us one by one, even though we don't have time. If he meets all three sons at once, he needs to focus on making conversation. So that's why meeting one at a time is more efficient. Since even spending time on his sons who are there to congratulate him on his birthday is a waste. The more I get to know this family, the more of a mess it is. A father who doesn't care about his sons. The first prince, who is indifferent to everything. Butler said Your Highness, we can smell the alcohol. Second prince said shut up. And the second prince, who knows no etiquette. And the queen, who has enough power to look down on the king. King said you're late. Queen said yes. It happened like that. The event will start soon. Third prince thought among them, there is someone trying to kill me. Okay, who is it? Who sent an assassin for me? People talking to each other, did you hear about it? At the square event just now, Prince Kalian. Why, I heard about it too. He appeared before the people completely transformed, right? Compared to him. The second prince, Prince Planche, looked completely drunk. Oh my, again? I suppose that won't change anything. The busybodies are just making a fuss about it. But something's different. Doesn't everyone feel the same way? That unlike the past, something has changed. The third prince, Kalian Rain Kerrig, is entering. Different nobles talking to each other. Oh my, the rumors were true. The prince with black hair and red eyes who resembles Cisfanian. He trimmed his bangs that covered his face, and is even wearing that red brooch. This might just be a declaration that he will not hide anymore. Yen whispered to Prince, why is everyone taking a look at your outfit? As I thought, it's because you look so great in that outfit, right? Sedin would have been so happy to see you like this. Whoa, Prince said they're looking, thinking how someone like the third prince came wearing such gems. Do you know how hard it was to stop that guy? Be glad it stopped at this. Had I put them all on, it would be way worse. Yen said but you look great through. Prince thought those two were the most clueless about it all. That's how the brooch they chose so thoughtlessly. Prince said come to think of it, Yen, you said your family's in Karisis too, right? Yen said I see you remember that. My little sister and father are back in our hometown, and only the rest of my family lives in Karisis. Prince said, is that so? Then will they come to the royal palace? Yen said they will, if they receive an invitation. By the way, when should I have Raven on standby in the garden? Prince thought seems like he doesn't want to answer at all. There must be things he'd rather not say, and said for now, let's wait for the right timing. You see, I have someone I did like to see. Yen, with happy face, said, someone you did like to see? Prince said, do you know why this ballroom is called the Siegfried Hall? Yen said, of course, I know that. That's because it's named after the surname of the first patriarch and one of 8 heroes of the Two-Way War, Duke Quitros Han Siegfried, the sole Duke family in Kairos. Siegfried, despite possessing great power, they stayed loyal to the royal family for as long as 500 years, with a single-minded commitment to defend the territory of Cisfanian. Prince thought I was so deeply impressed to hear this story when I was born. Yen said, you am, Prince, is the person you want to see by any chance? Prince said, that's right. The person I want to see is its Duke Slayerman Han Siegfried. Yen whispered, he happens to be right there. Siegfried's, said, Summer Night is always a classic. Isn't that right? Prince thought, a family with such long-standing loyalty, just the type of person I like. Then, shall we check how sharp you are? As expected, he found me instantly. I only let a tiny bit flow. Yen said, looks like Duke Siegfried is showing interest in you. Prince thought, well, he's one of the 5 sword masters of the continent. After all, there's no way he wouldn't pick up on it. He said, I am quite grateful for that, but it's still too early. For now, act like you did not notice. King said, I thank everyone for congratulating us. Please enjoy the night. To Kairos. Then Prince left Siegfried Hall from the balcony through rope and Yan follow him. As expected, Raven's so smart and gentle. Yan said, don't be fooled. When you're not around. Well, seeing how quick-witted Raven is, he is indeed smart. We just need to go to the front gate, right? Prince said, yeah. While waiting at the front gate, gate guard said, you cannot enter without an invitation. You've come quite a long way to join the festivities. You can't come in. Please leave. Prince thought, he is here. Manassel said, are you sure you are refusing me entry? Because of the invitation? My name is Elian Manassel. Gate guard said, Elian Manassel, even if you say that, you need an invitation. Manassel said, shucks. So Kairos differentiates their guests' class by their appearance. Prince thought, what is this? It is a problem to differentiate people by how they dress, but Elian Manassel seems to be nitpicking on purpose, as if he's trying to find a reason not to enter to Kairos. All right. Manassel said, I will go. Back then. Prince said, if we send him back like this. Yen said, we can't. The king's orders say not to allow anyone outside during the duration of the festival. Prince said, we will lose him at this rate. Yan, do anything you can to stop the soldiers. Let's go, Raven. Gate guard said, Prince, stop your horse. Going outside is not allowed per the king's orders. The prince has gone outside. Prepare the horses. Follow him right away. Yen said, what do I do? At this rate, guard capture the prince before he met Manassel. Focus. I am the attendant of Prince Kalayan. I have to protect the prince by any means. It's my responsibility. Yen said, stop. Duke Siegfried has allowed Prince Kalayan to leave. Gate guard said, what? Who are you to use the duke's name so freely? Yen said, I am Soroyan. Siegfried, the eldest son of Duke Siegfried. Pfft. Yan said, this isn't something to laugh about. Father? Duke Siegfried said, sorry. I can't believe that my son did something this clever. My son who left to raise a little kid. Yen said, father. Duke Siegfried said, well, it was a good decision. Yen said, it was not. His Majesty will definitely ruin the relationship between you and the king. Duke Siegfried said he won't ask about it. King Romain thinks too much. If the kid just happened to get help from Siegfried, he'll be put in a position where he's on alert from our goodwill. If there's a relationship and he received help but does not receive a punishment, it'd be the same as acknowledging the amicable relationship between our family and the prince. And Brizan will probably find fault with it if he does. So it'll probably be buried as if nothing ever happened, regardless of what the reason behind leaving was. Manassel said, it doesn't seem like you're here to criticize me for not having an invitation. Why is the third prince of Kairos following this old man? Prince thought, I heard that if you reach the 7th circle, your aging regresses. So it Seems I have found just that. Prince said, it's gotten so late. Are you just going to go back? Manasal said, when I tried opening a closed door, it seems the threshold was still too high. Prince thought the threshold was too high. Is he trying to speak backhandedly with me? Well, there's nothing I can't do for him. And said, I am saying this because you went to a closed door when another was open. For you. Where did you put the invitation given to you for you to nitpick? Manasal said, I was busy blocking the wind that I forgot to clean the dirt on the threshold. Prince said, I did not expect the gods to make a mistake while trying to keep people out. Manasal thought, he is not apologizing but criticizing me. Is he honest or just shameless? He is quite a fun prince. When I first saw him, it did not seem like the gaze of a 14-year-old. Manasal see the prince's hand and noticed something and hurried to close the distance and said, Prince, excuse me for a moment. Prince said, what are you doing? Prince thought, Alien Manasal mana is flowing into me. The prince is setting himself free because he can't bear the pain in his heart from Manasal mana. Manasal said, even with the doors shut, wind cannot be completely blocked. Prince thought, he has already noticed the state of my body, and said, wind cannot be blocked. Huh? Yes, you're right. From a certain point, I could not use mana. Manasal thought, no, the problem is not the mana. Does he really not know that the real problem lies somewhere else? The Kairos treat mages poorly despite being descendants of dragons. The great mage came to such a family on his own, and the intention was to make a fool out of them for losing the great mage from right under their noses. However, can I really call this meeting with this young prince who is getting in my way of fate? Manasal said, why did you want to see me? Prince thought, that's he will know if I lie, and said, Alien Manasal, I would like to have that name. I believe that my life will be at risk soon. Manasal thought, it's not that I am not aware of the situation the third prince is in. The prince hated by all, the prince who's surrounded by enemies, and snapped the finger, form a barrier using his mana. Prince thought, silence magic. He cast it without even saying anything. I guess he really is a seventh circle mage. Manasal said, is your goal to simply stop that from happening, or are you trying to get rid of the root cause? Prince said, for now, I am just trying to prevent it from happening. Manasal thought, for now. Prince said, but I do want to eliminate the source of the problem. If I need to take the throne for the sake of getting what I want, that is. Manasal thought the throne is just an option to reach his final goal. When he is a prince with nothing but a dying body. The prince who takes after Sisfanian. The prince who needs me for his goal. How interesting. He said, please give me the invitation again, then, and thought, show me what you have got. Prince said, Kalayan Rain Kairos. I greet my mentor. Manasal said, I, Alien Manasal, accept your highness invitation, and thought, I will save you. Yen said, you're sure that the people in the royal palace don't know who I am, right? Duke Siegfried said, I told you, son. I took care of it. You don't need to worry. Yen said, I guess if they recognized me, I could not have stayed by his highness side. Duke Siegfried said, yes, he is my son, but he does not seem royal. Yen said, about Leah, how is she? Duke Siegfried said, she has been doing great in the position of the lower family head that you have abandoned. Anyway, if you want to give up playing servant for some kid, you are welcome to come back any day. I guess I won't be seeing you for a while. Yen said, what are you talking about? We will see each other again in 3 months. Duke Siegfried said, are you really thinking of giving up your position as his servant? Yen said, he is going to be 15 soon. Duke Siegfried said, hey, son, do you know what the nickname of our Siegfried family is? Yen said, that is elephant. Duke Siegfried said, yeah, you are right. The elephants of Kairos. For a long time, we have never vied for the throne, but were powerful, and are called the king of animals, whom even beasts cannot touch. Yen said, why are you suddenly acting like this? Duke Siegfried said, why, I am saying my name, which you sold off, is strong. So do everything you want to do. Anyway, gosh, you bastard, making me worry for you. Yen said, stop, father, it really hurts. I am really going to die. So I on my way, Duke Siegfried. He said, Duke, bugger off immediately. Yen said, then, I will see you next time. Duke Siegfried said, gosh, that pointless stubbornness of his. He is definitely a Siegfried. He thought of a memory and said, anyway, that rascal, when did he grow so much? Really? I wonder what he's thinking of doing. People in front of King House saying, my goodness, I am not seeing this wrong, am I? Is it really that pressed? 7 red flowers and a silver cane? I heard his contract with Reborn was over, but how come he is visiting Kairos? Is not it an obvious decision, since he experienced something like that? If it was not for his relationship with the king of Reborn, he would have left already. It must be because of that rumor, right? Was it true that Alien Manassel's son was poison? Manassel thought my new disciple did something very cute. Thought of memory when Prince said got it, master? At 9:30 exactly. You need to come through the open door at this time. Is His Highness planning on competing with the Brizan family? That won't be easy. He was waiting for the time to show me off to the nobles and shake the game up. Royal Butler said I am surprised at your sudden visit, Mage Manassel. His Highness is waiting. King said with a shocking face. What did you say? A place to stay, Sir Manassel, in Kairos? Manassel said yes, that is correct. I need a place to stay in Kairos. King thought in order to compete with Celeste, I was thinking that I needed a power like Alien Manassel, but to think he would offer this first. What is he planning? Manassel said to be honest, last night at the plaza, I saw a black cat with red eyes. King said a black cat, huh? Manassel said he was quite intelligent, so I thought I should teach him a few things, but I don't have a place to stay. King said what are you going to teach him? Manassel said magic, of course. Not only that, but I'm also planning on making an environment the cat will like. If I want to do that, I need to help the owner of the house, and clean the house up a bit. King said will you be able to handle that? Manassel said I decided to take on Prince Kalayan as my disciple, so Brizan cannot stop me. And I won't be able to only teach magic all day long, so if this board master decides to help your highness, they can't stop me. All of these thoughts were Prince Kalayan's true invitation. King said okay, I will provide a place for you to stay. This house is already a mess, so it can't get worse. But for some reason, I am curious. I heard that child is not special. Manassel said not special, and thought even his health condition is uselessly special. It's to the point where it's hard to find anything normal. King said I heard, he has a lot of fears. So to think that the child, who was apparently even scared of horses, chased after you. If he was outstanding, I would have heard about it. Manassel thought but why, since earlier, has he only been talking about what he has heard? Manassel said by any chance, do you know how tall the prince is, your highness? As I thought, he does not know anything. Manassel said at times attention can be a poison and indifference can be a remedy. However, I know well that being busy is just an excuse. King said, Sir Elians Manassel, I will take your current attitude of not knowing your place to be your concern as Kalayan's teacher. It's ridiculous for me to have to explain this, but I cherish the prince quite enough. Especially that child, Kalayan, is already precious to me. I suggest we end this discussion. Manassel used magic to form a barrier and said enough chit-chatting. Take a look. King said what the hell are you doing? How can you use magic in the royal palace? Manassel said his lips are dry and he's breathless. His skin has a bluish tinge to it, and his fingernails look purplish underneath. His clothes were clearly fixed in a hurry. Considering the fact that his clothes were prepared a month ago, he must have lost a lot of weight in the meantime. He tried standing up, unable to raise his body with his eyes closed. He feels dizzy. King said no way. Manassel said if you keep being a bystander like this, you will lose it all. Maid said Yan, it's almost noon, yet the prince still has not had his morning tea. Yan said please give it to me. I will take care in case the prince coughs. He is still sleeping. Was yesterday a bit too hard on him? Manassel said prince is still not awake yet, right? Yan said Sir Manassel where are you? Wait a minute. Sir Manassel? How can you act so discourteously? Manassel said. They said outsiders cannot enter Chermil Palace without permission. Yan said so what? Did you teleport because you didn't have permission? Manassel said it's a warp. It's a bit more difficult. See, I'm quite good at magic. Yan said that's not important right now. Anyhow, please leave. The prince's health is still not good. Manassel said you know me, right? You came to Reborn a few years ago. Did you think I wouldn't recognize you just because you grew up? Baby elephant. Yan thought father, don't you worry, my son doesn't look all that elegant, so of course no one would suspect you. But I got caught way too quickly at that. Prince said Yan, how long did I sleep for? Yan said oh, Prince, is afternoon, and you have a guest. Prince said, who is it, teacher? Manasal said, take this. Prince. He said, what is this? Manasal said, make sure to eat one daily without forgetting. Prince said, is it medicine? Manasal said, right now, you are facing two issues. One is that you can't manage your mana, and the second is that your body is thinning extremely rapidly. Prince said, I did not even say anything, yet you always seem to see through what is happening with me. Manasal said, you have the power of the blessing, right? Prince said, yes, that's right. The power gives me healing ability and an affinity for magic. Although, it feels like even that healing power is somehow gone now. Do I maybe have a problem in my heart? Manasal said, have you never thought of that as a strange combination? The blend of healing powers and magic. Prince said, I have wondered, perhaps the power of the blessing strengthened my heart. After all, the origin of both mana and life is the heart. Manasal said, that's right. The power of the blessing does strengthen the heart. But Prince, your power of blessing did not disappear. Neither has your heart malfunctioned, nor is your mana blocked. Prince said, then what? Manasal said, have you never thought of this? What if Sisfanian's blessing has not disappeared, but is being used to its limit somewhere else? The power of the blessing is being affected by something, such that it cannot even heal the tiniest wounds. Prince said, no way. Is it poison? Manasal said, if it were not for the blessing, you would already be dead. Healing such a deadly poison put a strain on your heart, and the healing power was at its limit. On top of that, you tried to use mana, and that's why your heart rejected it. Prince thought originally, Kalayan was assassinated. But he was already poisoned before I even possessed his body. It's not something that was planned. Shortly before it was carried out, then why did they have to hang the child that was going to die anyway? Manasal thought that is not the kind of bloodthirst a 14-year-old boy can possess. What is he, really? Prince said, then this must be the antidote. Manasal said, yes, you are right. It was made in a rush, but I am sure it will work. Prince said, what if? Then I will take both the poison and the antidote together. Manasal said, what? Even if you take the antidote, if you also take the poison with it, the antidote will only slow down its effects. Prince said, that's good enough. Manasal said, your highness, do you really intend on taking both? Do you perhaps know who the culprit? Prince said, yes, I have an inkling. I think the source of the poison is the tea I drink every morning. I drink it in front of everyone, so it's easy to see that I've taken it. And no one is taking the tea with me, so they probably thought it was the safest method, and thought right, it might be, that Kalayan noticed what was happening to his body and rejected the tea full of poison. Maybe that's why he ended up being assassinated. The situation has changed after I possessed his body. I don't know what method they might use to try and kill me anymore, and said so at the very least. Until I figure out the method, I need to keep this all a secret. Manasal said, is that really the only reason? Prince said, if it gets out that the morning tea was the problem, then Yen and the other servants will be at risk. The culprit has been doing this regularly. I am sure that means they were certain they would not be caught. Manasal said, the baby elephant will be just fine. Prince said, pardon? Manasal said, nothing. Anyway, I understand. Then what will you do now? Prince recalled the memory of its past life. Foolish, Burin. In order to take someone else's trump card, you need to offer something of yours first. It's at times like this that I am reminded of you, father. And he said, tomorrow evening, please escort me outside the palace. Servant said, Prince Planche, you must wake up. Her Majesty the Queen has wanted to meet you. Your Highness? Queen said, move. Looks like it's already late to be preparing for afternoon schedules. Do not you think, Planche, and you reek of alcohol? Have you still not gotten it together despite being banned from drinking at the square ceremony? Planche said, why are you here? Just answer that and leave, please. Queen said, apparently, Kalayan has taken on a mentor, and the mentor is the 7th Circle Mage, Alien Manasal. The aristocrats are already wavering. Planche said, so, what? Queen said, Planche, make sure all the effort I invested into you doesn't go to waste. Get ready immediately. There will be many eyes watching you, so, today, you better not disappoint me. Servants said, Your Highness, you are bleeding. Planche said, get out. All of you, get out right now. Piss off. With the angry face he said, it's always about Kalayan. People's in a parade saying hooray to His Highness, King Romain. Congratulations on your birthday. Blessing to your majesty's future, bring prosperity and glory to Kairos. Child said, Daddy, over there, all the prints have come out. While his dad said, I see it. Watch carefully. The one at the very back is the one you wanted to see so badly. Prince Kalian. Yen said, Prince, how is your body? It's a relief that your complexion looks better than yesterday. Prince said, of course, I rested well, and thought maybe it's because I consumed the antidote, but it's definitely gotten easier to breathe, and the pain in my heart has decreased. Yen said, but today's plans are too much. After the parade, a horseback riding show, and then a ball? What if you get another nosebleed at this rate? This is too much. Prince said, Yan, you worry too much. Still I can meet the subjects in good condition. That's enough for me. Then the prince saw Kiri in the crowd of peoples. Kiri and thought that is definitely Kiri, but what is Kiri doing in Kairos? Yan said, wait, why is he suddenly acting up? Go forward, Raven. Prince said, Raven, go forward? Is it because there is something over there? No. Raven, you felt it too, did not you? But we cannot go right now. And thought to himself, just wait, Kiri, I will find you. Polyun Emporium's owner Melfer Polyun said, Your Highness, I'm so honored to be able to serve you like this. We have prepared a performance that will satisfy you. Prince thought, so this is Baron Melfer, who has prepared the horseback riding show instead of the Brizin family. Thanks to that, I got swept away in a useless war of nerves. It doesn't concern me anyway. If my memory serves me right, Randall gets hurt in this horseback riding show and Baron Polyun gets hung. Baron Melfer said, please come this way. I have prepared special seats for you. Prince thought, it's that chandelier's the one that's going to fall. It's kind of weird. At an event that the king himself is attending, wouldn't the knights have checked something as big as that? And in a situation where the Brizin family's Pavel Knight Corps are on standby. Ugh, thinking of the Pavel Knight Corps reminds me of that annoying commander. Well, should I give him an opportunity to live? Baron Melfer said, this way, Prince. If anything feels off, I will do my best. Prince said, I feel uneasy about the chandelier above my head. Examine it. Baron Melfer thought, finally. To think a day like this would come for me to have the honor to sit next to His Highness. Since I've prepared so much, I can't miss out on this opportunity. I don't understand what's Prince trying to say. Above my head, the ceiling. Did I need to check the ceiling? Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching.